Hi, welcome to Texas Lone Wolf MGTOW, your source for Red Pill Truth. We are going to discuss the table topic. What do you bring to the table? Well, some females or women get out there and say, well, I am the table. And what you better bring this to the table. I better bring that to the table. Well, you know, there's a lot of females out there that are very entitled. They put on this little princess mentality, and they wonder why men are actually, leaving the dating scene. So many women embrace, this princess sickness. All right. So we're going to discuss this. All right, the princess sickness or the princess syndrome. All right, we are going to talk about this. All right, and there's a healthy and unhealthy princess. Okay, and all this stuff here is going to be talked about as part of this podcast on the table, so to speak. And yes, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and tell you the truth. So, we're going to discuss this. So we are going to discuss this. All right. No, we're going to discuss this. And this is going to be scary to watch or scary to see. Because of the fact of the matter is, when we have a dating market right now that's in front of us. So the man says to the woman, what do you bring to the table? The woman gets out there arrogantly say, I am the table. Huh. Table of what? Bad manners? Huh? Bad manners? Are you a table of bad manners? Are you a table of entitlement? Do you have a grocery list of demands? Do you have that? Do you have that princess complex mentality? Oh yes. You know what? We are going to get into this. All right. No, we are going to get into this. All right. We are going to get into this topic. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take this text off, and we'll put this, and I'm going to bring this up. All right. So, look at this. The princess syndrome. She demands to be treated like a princess. Look at this. Increased prevalent condition found in young heterosexual American women characterized, number one, unrealistically high expectation. Well, he must be 6 foot. He must be six figures. He must be that. Must be that. Well, newsflash, everybody! Newsflash. Women, maybe you need to get off of that little white horse that you're riding on and start walking on your two little things we call legs that carry you on your body. Huh? And number 2, materialistic conduct. Oh, we gotta have a mansion. Hey, sweetie, I got bad news for you. Do you think that top millionaire is going to go down there and swoop down and wipe you up with your unrealistic expectation and to be taken to the family court to be finessed? I don't think so, sweetie. You're living in an illusion of la la land. Number 3, a sense of entitlement. You think you're entitled to the man's money that you ain't never worked your ass off for. Even my cats out there they're entitled to my opinion because I'm the only one that they care for. Them. And number 4, exploitative behavior. Oh, yes. You have that exploitative behavior. You want to go to the girls' night out, and we all know what the girls' night out is. And number 5, feeling superiority. Really? So you want to embrace the masculine features of a female and want to get a man to be your true man, but without bringing nothing to the table. For example, your attitude, entitlement, superiority complex, and to name a few things. Really? And 6, lack of regard of society's rule. You know what? You make your own rules, and your own rules are going to wound you up in an embankment of misery, destitution, poverty, and you name it. According to this Urban Dictionary right here, princes believe in their own exceptionalism, usually hail from wealthy and upper middle class families. They are quick to describe themselves as awesome, amazing on social media, even their access to resources. Typically attractive, really? Although they're naturally beautiful, but they have the most sour attitude that would make a cat's mouth make funny faces. Okay? All right? And they may, in public, they may attempt to cut in line, believe that their time is more valuable than others. Okay? They enjoy berating cashiers, waitresses, other service workers. They walk down the wrong side of the street, refuse to yield to oncoming pedestrians. So, princes may also typically maintain unrealistic dating expectation, like a grocery list, so to speak. All right, a princess may, for example, staying 5'2", refuse to date men under 6 foot. Demand a successful man, of course. To have a successful man, he has to work all this on. Listen, sweetie. You want this man to fit your grocery list. Sorry, dear, that man is in his 50s. Ooh, I want him. Really? You see, you even contradict your own grocery list. You contradict your own narrative. You contradict what you want and what you actually need. You contradict yourself. So you know what? Hey, princess, it's nice listening to you cry and scream at the same time. I mean, hey, it's free. What do you want the man to do? Go to a local big box retailer, buy you a baby bottle and some Enfamil to satisfy your temper tantrum like a baby? Okay. You know what? Displays Eric is typically found in 10s to 6.5s. Alrighty. Now, prognosis for Princess syndromes are largely unfavorable. Management options typically include now cessation of allowance of support funds, full-time work obtained through independent efforts. In some cases, full remission has been achieved, but patients who represent Princess retain it for life. Oh, wow. So, okay. So we already defined that, didn't we? And the man brings this to the table. He can cook, clean, wipe his own backside. He can do everything. So, you know, you want to sit here and talk about so that right there is actually a cycle right there. Wow. You know what? All this right here and these partners are spoiled rotten. So anyways, you know what? For a woman to actually sit here and say she wants a dude to be 6 feet tall, dude to be this, dude to be that, she has this Princess syndrome. I don't know what that means here. I don't care. Now, grown women who act like princess, please stop. Hey. So, or empowered women who know their worth, don't take crap from people. But there's a difference between having a healthy self-esteem and acting like a entitled brat. Well, let me highlight this. So, little emperor syndrome or princess syndrome, all right? And this right here, it won't let me highlight, okay? Ask yourself this question, do you expect your romantic put up with your bad behavior? And, oh yes, if you're, quote, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best, then you may have a problem, girl. Let me tell you something. You know, these kind of women, they want a successful man. They want these nice things. And guess what? You're going to have to spend money on nice things, right? So you're the one over here on this carriage carriage device attached to a horse, whipping that poor horse to oblivion, wanting him to keep going. One day the horse is going to croak up and fall down, so to speak. All right? so to speak. He's going to just you know, do you live beyond your means? If you do this, then you got a problem. Do you expect your parents or romantic partner to pay for everything? You do that, then you got a problem. When someone criticizes, you take it as a personal attack, then you got a problem. It's very healthy to have debates, but if you take it as a personal attack, you got a problem. You complain about being single, rejecting potential partners for most superficial. If you do that, then you got a problem. Do you manipulate people into doing your work for you? Then you got a problem. Nobody likes you. All right? You act like in the world when something doesn't go your way. You know what? Maybe you need to go check yourself for individual counseling. Do you have a problem saying please or thank you? This is one of the common things for the princes, the entitlement syndrome you got right here for the everyday females. You have a problem with saying thank you or please? Then you are part of the problem. Do you feel completely useless with housework, unmotivated to learn? Then guess what? You are part of the problem. Is your favorite topic yourself? Then you are part of the problem. Oh, yeah. So, yes. Now, Cora, she lives in a fairy tale focused on pretty things, putting herself as the center of the universe, obsessing by her looks. Women, if you are listening to my channel here, I got bad news for you. Ding, ding, ding. You know, Father Time's gonna pay you a visit. You ain't gonna like this visit. This is gonna be kryptonite, unlike the Superman. You know, when a woman starts aging, she starts losing her powers like Witch of the West. Huh? You could taste a melting. Well, your voice box took a hit. Your looks took a nosedive. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now you finally hit the wall. You start hitting the wall in stages. So yeah. Overconfident. Yes. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at this. P.S. refer to females who are overconfident and demands to be treated like princess. To suffer P.S. or sometimes unmarried young women due to being doted on parents from a young age develop a series of problems such as lack of independence, lack of responsibility, acting bratty and spoiled, and constant deferral of blame onto others, etc. You know what? You know, it's funny that people just want to sit there and claim that they are the table. Now, sometime here in the United States, and women of color are often referred to, you know, as the princess. They want to be the queen. Let me tell you something, ladies. If you want to be the queen, what exactly are you doing, trying to do to attract the king? Are you his headache, or are you his teammate? Are you his roadblock in the road, or are you his stepping stone to success? Are you his peacemaker and person who actually is empathetic, or are you apathetic to every whim of his complaint and want him to man up like traditional MSM and society said so? Are you going to open up and see the world for what it is, or are you going to be part of the problem? Huh? Hey, sweetie, when you go and say I do in front of a priest or a preacher man or a judge to a marriage ceremony, did you know you're also exchanging your vows to God as well? So when you go and file for divorce because nothing goes your way and that everything has to go your plan and your plan only, you're only acting like a Jezebel. Huh? You're acting like that woman in the Bible, Jezebel. She went out and actually, you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and read on psychology today that ties into this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna make this part of the discussion of the table. All right. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to tag this here into this. Okay. Women are frustrated right now. I wonder why. I wonder why they frustrated. Women report experiencing frustration today at a higher level than men. Social support can be an important way to cope with frustration. Grassroots effort to make the high order change happen to decrease frustration. I wonder why. I wonder why women are frustrated. Why are they frustrated? What are they bringing to the table? Oh, hey, I can almost guarantee you this here is part of that princess syndrome. This psychology today is written by a feminist. Trying to shame men into relationships. Really? Guess what? One woman said, well, I'm independent, strong and independent. I can do it all by myself, working 60, 70 hours a week. Admitted she's burned out. Really? Really? You're burned out, right? You know what? This is the very narrative that you bought into by the mainstream media and society as a whole. You go, girl. What's the matter? You hitting your 30s? Perhaps your 40s? And you put yourself on a dating app trying to hope to find Mr. Right? He ain't right there. He ain't on no darn dating app. Oh, you run to the club. Maybe he's at the club. Gonna go over there to the club. What do you find over there? Drunken men over there crying and whining about their relationship. You gonna find Mr. Right over there? I don't think so. You ain't gonna find him at no damn club. Gender divide relative negative emotion didn't stop at frustration. Women are also scored higher than men at feeling tired, anxious, and sad. Life hasn't been easy for anyone lately, but women seem to be carrying on disproportionately heavy load. Ironically, most frequently selected feeling for men was hopeful. Men are also reported feeling more confident, excited, and more proud than women. Strong, independent woman. Oh, yeah, I can do it all by myself. Then you're getting burned out. Then you have to then you're going to say, maybe the strong, independent mindset wasn't even for you. It's too late. You done swallowed the Kool-Aid that was expired. Did you know that? While much of the survey relates to large-scale issues such as economic, politics, and international events, sharp divide between men and women on frustration and upliftment was significantly striking. frustration and pessimism. Okay, frustration asks, what's the point? You know, you took that little narrative where women should go to the university. Hey, go to the university, you'll make more money. You carry on a huge debt. Being taught basically the same stuff you've been taught into high school for free. Now you're paying double for the same damn education. You're paying double for the same damn, or you're paying for it many times over the same stuff you've been taught in high school for free up on the taxpayer dollars. But you're paying twice to get a worthless piece of paper that nobody even want to judge you or pay you by. Listen. I can save you time and money, young women aged 17 on up. I can save you money and time. You should spend 18, 19, 20 finding you a man to marry and lock down, because he will turn into a valuable man later on in life, because men mature very slowly. And when they mature very slowly, all right? Now let's hear me out. Hear me out. Then their money takes off. It's like, okay, no, this table topic on a relationship is like planting a tree, okay, for it to bear fruit, all right? So you go to Lowe's or Home Depot or some tree nursery, you buy you a brand new tree, you plant the sucker in the ground, in a beautiful fertile ground, and you water it. Tomorrow you're not going to have fruit on that tree to eat tomorrow. You're going to have to wait years before it starts pollinate, where bees can pollinate that darn thing so you can have fresh fruit. Did you know that? Most princess females live in this right now era, right now. Then whenever we show you the men that had the bag, you're like, ooh, I don't want him. He's too old for me. There's your proof right there in the pudding. Oh, you gotta be a millionaire. You gotta be 20 a millionaire. Excuse me. I don't know what la la land you come from. It sure is a la la land. And I'm going to break it down some cold hard truth. All right. Now let's get back to the psychology today. Now, frustration can lead to a phase of pessimism. Well, pessimism suggests the absence of hope, lack of belief in whatever it is. Hope and optimism. Okay, hope on the other hand is highly positive feeling of focus on the belief that something good will indeed occur. Honey, it takes time for that tree to grow and bear fruit for that could be eaten. Okay? And anyways, the better days are ahead for men, not for women. You see? Women, on the other hand, they demand everything be handed to them on a silver platter. I got bad news for you. The holy book written before by men of the past or yesterday, they wrote several books and several chapters, several verses, saying that if you don't work, you shall not eat. They also pertain to both male and female. You don't work, you don't eat. You don't work, you don't eat. Ooh, this is getting to the root. This is going to hurt. If you don't work, you don't eat. You get this? So, with that being said, all right, you don't work, you don't eat. So the man, works his butt off. He gets his own things. He gets his own house. He gets his own stuff. And here comes the female walking. She ain't got a dime to her name. Then she wants a grocery list to qualify the man. The man don't need you. The man will walk from you. He will kick you off he will kick you out of his crib. He'll kick you out of his place. He won't share with you. He ain't gonna share for you. He's gonna take care of him first. To win him over, you're gonna have to prove that you're able to get in with him and work with him, labor with him, hurt with him, sweat with him, get dirty with him. And remember, women, I'm not trying to get onto you in a bad way, but with this princess complex that you have, you will not have anybody. The man can do anything without you. He can cook for himself. He can clean for himself. He can iron his own clothes. He can mop his own floors, clean his own windows, paint his own house. He could do everything that a woman can do. Women, what can you do? Nothing. You know, you've been reared up in a family that says, you go, girl. And this is going to lead you to the path of self-destruction, where many of your kind in different skin pigment colors will meet. And then many of y'all be weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth. And there's no escape from there. Women, if you want to have a man of your dreams, you've got to build him up. Did you know that? And lastly, women are competing with other women, getting these things in their nose and getting these things in their lip, getting piercing all over their parts of their body. You know who you look attractive to? Cattlemen and ranchers. And tattoos? Well, my body, my choice. Hey, girl, have at it. You know, God gave you beauty, but you made your own. Okay? God gave you natural beauty, but you made your own. Oh, I'm going to a tattoo parlor. I'm going to get me a tattoo. I want to try to tattoo me a man. Listen, sweetie, I'm going to tell you the honest truth from the lone wolf perspective. Trash attracts trash. Dregs attracts dregs. Scum attracts scum. Okay? Unclean pigs attracts unclean pigs. Ouch! That hurts. So, people might want to claim women are more emotional than men. Research suggests that women do not differ much. Okay, well, see, here's the problem. All right, here's the problem. This all starts at home. You got a family that's built off of pride. They worship their family name like it's a god or something. And they use coercion and threats and all that good stuff. Well, if you don't do this, you're going to get cut out of the wheel. If you don't do that, you're going to get cut out. I got so much this here put aside for you. You better do this, you better do that. You see, they attach strings attached to every damn thing in life. This is where the princess syndrome comes in at. Women are not women anymore. Okay? Did you know that? Women are not women anymore. And men of all colors of the skin, nationalities, walk of life, have seen this debauchery. Did you know that? Did you know this? They seen this debauchery. They seen this debauchery. They seen this. They seen the debauchery. Okay? Did you know that? And I'm gonna add this in. I'm gonna add this in. Okay. And I'm going back to Quora. All right. Sorry for me going back and forth. But two different more nuisances that illustrate between the Western and Eastern cultural discourses. Western culture, from what I observed, I don't think the syndrome is strong, but at least not widely discussed on TV shows, books, well known. You could technically term a PS for very spoiled, naive, egocentric girl because that term itself was coined to specific phenomena occurring mainly in Eastern Asia. Wow. So this person who wrote this is talking about the Eastern Asia. And, talk about the East, like Korea and China. And I don't know, have you ever heard of the word leftover women? Women past 40 years old? Did you know that? Past 40? Those are leftover women. They cannot, they're past that childbearing age. They call them leftovers. Okay? You know what? And this here, okay, and real thing, an implementation of one-child policy in China raised a whole generation of kids who are adored by their parents, grandparents, because they're the only child in the family. In Chinese, results in the whole family worshiping one child, rushing to fill every needs and demand. Couple that recent economic growth in China, growing into a materialistic culture, and suddenly you have a generation of boys and girls who've been told that they are center of the universe and treated as such, that they were born lacking independence, believing they were born to be treated as queen and princess. I thought the West was bad. It's worse in China. PS become real if you consider the impact and consequence of having a generation of girls with PS or boys with Prince syndrome due to prevalent nature of cultural societal trends, which underpins Eastern Asian cultures. PS become less than descriptive terms synonymous of being spoiled. As in Western culture, it's cultural societal problems. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and play a video. But, this girl is going to be talking about body counts and what have you. And her name is Teresa Lin. She's Chinese. She lives in China. Thank you for shining a light on the Eastern culture. I didn't know that this happened. So yes. I'm going to go ahead and play this. I'm going to play this. And I'm giving credits to Masculinity Platform for their contribution on this. All right, we're going to play this video clip. And
in real life, and a lot of people care about body count. But the fact that people on social media, and especially women, love to go, why does it matter? You know why you say it doesn't matter? Because you ran through and have 20,000 bodies at your young age. That's why you get offended that people ask you these questions. That's why to you it doesn't matter, because you ran through. The same concept as those girls who cannot cook, and when somebody asks you, hey girl, what kind of dishes can you make? Why are you asking? Clearly you can't cook, mama, because any cooker would be showing off. And the other thing that I want to add to this is women sit here and say body count doesn't matter, correct? So why do you care how much a man makes? Why do you need to know the exact dollar amount to the cents of what he's making? That's what I thought. Now, the fact that a whole bunch of delusional people here are sitting here and acting as if these things don't matter, your past matters, body count matters, what you were doing with your time matters to me, because if I'm going to have children with you, I'm going to have a future with you, I want to know you better than anybody in this world so that we can be as one. And if you're lying to me and you're doing things you're not proud of, that says a lot about your character. Makes sense? Also, the way I look at it, men or women, if you're sitting there and you don't have a career, you don't have your own house, you don't have certain things going for you, and you're 30 plus and you have 500 bodies, I'm being dramatic, that's what you were doing with your time? You was out here getting your fun dip sucked instead of, doing stuff for yourself. That says a lot about your character, and women don't get that. You sat there and let
So, okay, now we just already played that, and I'm going to go ahead and take that off. And we're already 40 minutes into the topic. So yes. What do you bring to the table? Do you bring drama? Do you bring chaos? Do you bring a sense of entitlement? Really? Do you bring a lot of that? And yeah, that last video talk about the body count and all that good rot. What do you bring to the table, to the man's table? What do you bring to him? Ouch! That hurts. Hey, you know what? It should hurt, my dear. And if you want to be a solution to the problem, I suggest you learn how to read and then learn how to cook and try to make dishes to impress your man. Otherwise, you will lose him. Peace.